Okay, let's make this one blue. And we'll call this one red. My finger pooed it. Alright, so what is this wire here? Alright, so that's our tension. And what direction is the tension force relative to M1? Towards the pulley. It's always towards the pulley. So on the other side of pulley is the reason why it's towards the pulley. There's another mass pulling on it. This mass, M2, is pulling this upward. So the tension here is up towards the pulley because M1 is pulling it in an upward direction. So what we don't know yet is M1 sliding down the incline or is M2 falling vertically down? We don't know yet. What's your gut feeling? Sliding down the incline because it's bigger. All right? But that has nothing to do with anything. How big it is, how dense it is. I mean, you know, it's not that simple. Yeah.
So is this like a basic pulley thing? Yeah.
Is this a basic pulley thing?
Nothing like this is just like one weight on the other. One weight on one side, one weight on the other side.
And one's on the incline.
This is like combining two problems.
Exactly. So we did a two-body, one pulley system, flat. Then we did an incline, and now we're mashing them together. Yeah. You ever heard of a mash-up?
Yes.
Multiple apps come together for a common purpose.
Or
I guess any two things. So a mash-up of problems. Okay. So what else can we draw? Yeah. You see, Kyle sees an incline. First thing he thinks is, let me go ahead and make a triangle out of this. So this is my gravitational force. The gravitational force is going to be M1 times gravity. And coming out perpendicular is F perpendicular. And then this one's parallel. Where's our angle at?
very top.
At the very top up here. That's our 30. Robert. All right, so now how do we solve for F parallel? Trig. And since it's opposite the angle, it's going to be sine of 30. And the mass is 3.8 times 9.8. So that is 3.8 kilograms. This is 2.1. F parallel equals 18.62 newtons. Now, how about our parallel? Oh, don't do that. Yep, it's cosine. Three point eight times 9.8. F perpendicular equals. Y'all double check Colin. First? 32.25. Now before we go any further, let's confirm both are parallel and perpendicular. Colin, you scared me because you went, oh. And I was like, uh-oh. Oh, here for FG. Okay. And by the way, what is our FG? 3.8 times 9.8, which is 37.24.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so there we go. We got all the triangle worked out. And notice that as I'm doing the free body diagram, I went ahead and worked the trig out. And anything else that we could work out that's just simple stuff. The big equations we'll save for separate the free body diagram, off to the side of your paper, under your diagram. But this is okay to do. This is acceptable. You may organize it differently on your paper. That's okay too. All right, so let's go to, let's continue with the blue. What was the purpose of the perpendicular and parallel? How do they come into play here? Normal. So F, normal. Wonder if it would work better without my finger. Equals F perpendicular, which equals 32.25. What else? One more, and then we're done with blue. F starts with P and it's an parallel. Yeah, that's amazing. F parallel 18. Oh. Yeah, I've been recording. 18.62. Okay, so we've got F parallel. We shifted it over to here. Now why? Because if you are on a slippery slope, you're going to slide down. What's making you slide down? Gravity's making you slide down. But more specifically, if you're trying to impress a girl, guys, you can say it's the parallel component of gravity, actually. She'd be like, oh. It happens every time. Trust me. Or she'll kick you in right away. All right, Robert, question. F normal and perpendicular? How are they equal? Okay, perpendicular is a component of gravity that's making the block make contact with the ground. That's not the one sliding it down. It's the one that's making it push on the ground. What's the ground do in response, Robert? If you push on the ground, what's the ground do? Push it back. You can throw it off. So it pushes back. We call that normal force. And they're equal and opposite. Is normal always equal to perpendicular? No. Not necessarily. Just there are no other forces involved here, so we know it's equal. So the block is pushing on the incline, and the incline is pushing back. We call that contact force a normal force, perpendicular to the surface. Does that answer your question? Huh? Okay, so now let's go to the red. Red. All right, red says, tension's up, but we got one thing going down here. And that is force of gravity, which is mass 2 times G, and it equals 20.58 meters. Okay? Actually, let's do blue.